So I have a bit of a confession to make. I couldn't come up with an intro skit for this week's preview video. And that's very much not like me. I pride myself in being able to make you laugh with these little intros. So I want to make it up to you. What I'm going to do instead is put my life on the line with a little stunt this afternoon. I'm actually going to be hitting a jump on my property on this bicycle right here. And I just want to remind you that I am a 36-year-old male that has not exercised in roughly 2 to 3 years. I don't eat great, but I do have regular bowel movements, typically 2 a day minimum. But we're going to be rocking this Trail Runner Huffy, Shimano equipped, 18-speed shifting, high quality, made in China with the Colo suspension. And I brought out a team of professionals just so we could document this and know exactly what we're getting ourselves into. And this jump is approximately 6 inches in height. And don't let that fool you. 6 inches is a massive amount. That's very, very, very large. 6 inches is, man, it's a lot. And I typically would not wear a helmet. I'll just be honest. I mean, that seems kind of wimpy. That's something that an NC State fan would do, would be to wear a helmet in this scenario. I'm a Miami fan. I wouldn't do that. But I want to set a good example for the kids. So we are going to wear some protection.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Gotcha, bitch!
Woo! Woo! Let's go! We lived! Oh, but I think I shit my pants. What's going on, Canes fans? Man, this just doesn't even feel real, does it? The final game at Hard Rock Stadium for the Canes in the regular season. And it's against a team that's led by some homegrown talent at the quarterback position. Now, hold up. Before we preview this matchup, please do me a quick favor and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm on a quest to hit 28,000 by the end of November, and we grew the family by almost 100 last week. So see, all I got to do is just ask, and you shall receive. A lot of people hit the subscribe button, and it means a ton. We have around 350 more to go to hit that goal. So if you guys can help me out, hit that subscribe button, and then maybe I'll shut up about it, at least for a few days anyways. So NC State, huh? At 5-4, they're not so scary, right? Oh, well, it says here actually that they beat Georgia Tech and they had a bye week before this Miami game. That's not real good. And wow, they also beat Virginia. So the two teams that are basically at the top of the conference. Okay, got it. But at the end of the day, they are inconsistent. Yes, they hung 48 on Georgia Tech, but they also lost to Duke and Virginia Tech.
Say what?
But such is the ACC, I guess. It's chaos pretty much all the time. The Wolfpack are definitely a dangerous team, and the main reason for that is cheating. Okay, I'm just kidding. It's actually because of quarterback CJ Bailey. If I'm being honest, I think he's one of the more talented QBs in the ACC. He can push the ball down the field with ease, but is also mobile enough to extend plays and really stress a defense. Bailey is 6'6" and completing around 70% of his passes, 76% if he has a clean pocket. And he has a running back in the backfield that is leading the ACC in rushing yards, Hollywood Smothers. This guy has rushed for at least 100 yards in 4 games this season. However, I would like to note that he missed the Georgia Tech game due to an injury, so that will be something to monitor. So at the time of recording this preview video, I don't have any confirmation. There's been no updates on if he will or will not play against Miami. But for the sake of this preview, and because we know how it goes when teams suit up to play Miami, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that he's going to be playing. And gosh dang it, we want him to, because we want no excuses. NC State also comes in with a solid group of linebackers that rarely miss tackles, but overall, their defense is giving up far too many yards and points, allowing 30 or more 6 times this season. And boy, that road record sure is ugly, and that puts a big smile on my face as a Miami Hurricanes fan. 1-3 this season. They're 4-1 at home, but Carter Finley can't save them this week.
You have no power here.
Now, thankfully for the Canes, they were able to bounce back last week with a pretty big win over Syracuse. But every game in November as a Miami fan has me pissing my pants. Literally. Not again. And given the situation that Miami is in, you would like to see style points in this game. Not just a victory, but a dominant one. Miami did clean up some of the penalties last week, which was also a pleasant surprise. And you saw Gerard Pringle really step up at running back after he saw more playing time. This guy has great vision, and I hope that we see more of him in this game. But let's take a quick look at the history between these two teams. Miami and NC State have faced off 18 times in total, with the Canes leading the series 11-6. Now, there was a tie that happened way back in 1957. I believe the score was 0-0. Thank goodness, we're not really doing that anymore. And the most recent game was in 2023. And we all remember how that turned out. Let's also check out some average stats so far this season for both squads, with NC State averaging 33 points per game. And what do you know? Miami is sitting at 33 as well. Now here you're going to see quite the difference. Points allowed against them per game, NC State 31, Miami 15. Yards gained per game, 439 for the Wolfpack, 411 for the Canes. Yards allowed against them per game, again, huge difference between the two. NC State at 425, Miami 285, and third down conversion percentage 42% for NC State, 46% for Miami. So you can see what NC State is doing, defensively here has not been working super well. They've been giving up some points. And how about 3 keys to a victory for Miami, powered by Sleeper, the #1 sports app that gives you, yes, you, an opportunity to win up to 100 times your money in picks contests. It's as simple as picking more or less on player stats, and it makes watching the games even more fun. Just make sure that you check out the link down in the description and use code word COOP, that's C-O-O-P. That way you can get a 100% deposit match on that first deposit up to $100. And right now, Sleeper is running a special deal where you can get $20 for free with absolutely no deposit required. That way you can try the picks contest for yourself. So again, check them out. Link at the very top of the description. Shout out to Sleeper again for sponsoring this video. So coming in at #1 for Miami, this team must find a way to play 4 quarters. Miami has gotten back to the slow starts, and they just can't afford to do that against a Wolfpack team that's dangerous offensively. You can't just play half a game this week. #2, lots of pressure on quarterback CJ Bailey. Obviously, you must make sure that you keep him contained as well, But it's definitely worth the risk because he likes to hold on to the ball for a bit and look for an open man downfield. When under pressure, his completion percentage drops from 70% to 53%. And Notre Dame is a great example of a team that got lots of pressure on Bailey, and it resulted in his worst game of the season. And lastly, try to use Malachi Toney maybe as a decoy at times. I mean, feed him the ball as well because he really is that dude, but maybe fake some stuff to him. And let's see some motion with him because teams are starting to game plan around him. Their head coach, Dave Doran, even name dropped him specifically. So use this to your advantage. Now, before we get to picks and score predictions, and trust me, it's almost here, let's revisit the virtual season where NC State actually came out on top in the CPU versus CPU version, 37-30. CJ Bailey absolutely went off in the CFB 26 video game and threw for 467 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, in the Coach Coop plays version, we ended up winning that game. It was lower scoring, but we went with a little bit of ground and pound action, embraced that rushing attack, and Miami came out on top 20-13. You know the drill. Let me go grab my pickle. Pickle predicts. Oh, wise pickle. Will Miami beat NC State on Saturday afternoon?
The pickle spirits are taking a nap. Come back during their awakening in, let's say, 5 seconds.
Okay. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Same question, Mr. Pickle.
The spirits are having a pickle party. You weren't invited? Oh, awkward.
Okay. Can I be invited to the pickle party?
Definitely a possibility, but not the only option.
Okay. So could you still just answer my previous question?
Yes.
Okay. Will Miami beat NC State on Saturday?
In the pickle jar, destiny ferments. Or was that you? Stinky, open a window.
I'm going to give you one more shot, bud. Will Miami beat NC State on Saturday? Yes or no?
Not in a million pickle years.
Okay, that was much more difficult than it should have been. I'll tell you what won't be so difficult. It's getting my boy Max right here to give his pick because he's always excited to do so. We're going to do what we did last week. You guys seem to like that. I have a treat under each one of the team logos. You got Miami over here and NC State. Now, I don't know. He is a puppy dog, so he might want to go with the Wolfpack. We're also going to have to find a way to wake him up to even get him to make his pick here. Max, you want a treat? You want to wake up and make your pick? Here, you want a treat? Maxwell. Max. You see the type of employees that I'm working with here, guys? Yep. Maxwell, you want a treat? We don't want to influence him. And we don't want to rush him, right? Maybe, see? Oh, maybe he's thinking about it. Very graceful. Here we go. And he does go with NC State this week. With the upset. Okay. So as you can see, we're tracking everyone's picks. And, who knows? None of us have been perfect. I'm pretty sure that I'm still in the lead at the moment. But we got a couple more games to close this thing out. And we'll see who comes out on top. So it's probably about that time for my pick and score prediction for this game. But I would like to take a sneak peek here at the ESPN matchup predictor, which gives Miami an 88.3% chance of winning, with NC State set at 11.7%. And right now it looks like Miami is a 14.5-point favorite, with the over-under coming in at 55.5 points. Having a little bit of deja vu here with that 14.5-point favorite thing, because we remember the last time Miami was a 14.5-point favorite. Will it be different this time? I've got the Miami Hurricanes scoring 31 points. And the NC State Puppies, that's right, putting up 24. I think that the road struggles continue for the Wolfpack, but I do believe that they'll put up a heck of a fight, to be honest with you. Miami is capable of winning by more, and you would like to hope that they will, because we talked about the style points, and you know, you need to finish strong. You've got to make a good impression here on the tail end of the season. But we'll see. Obviously, NC State has been up and down this season, and I don't think anyone here is questioning if Miami is the better team overall. Miami has more talent. They're bigger, faster, stronger. It is what it is, and I'm setting the fandom to the side. Let's just be 100% honest. The question is, will they play like it? And will it be for 4 quarters? Right? That's the real question here. But this is a tight one. This is far too close for comfort, really. But Miami is just not a super explosive team. I hope that Dawson maybe continues to embrace calling a bit more of a creative game. It kind of leans into the fun side of things. Like he said, they need to go out there and just have some fun, and the guys enjoy themselves. I think it ends up being a close one this week, possibly even a nail biter. But I hope I'm wrong, and I hope Miami wins big, 3+ touchdowns. I'm begging, I'm praying, please. Don't be shy, guys, down in the comment section. You know what to do. Let's sound off. Make the most of these final 3 regular season games. We sit around. I mean, I say we. I know I can speak for myself, and I'm. All off season, I'm like, if I could just watch Miami play one more game. If college football was back, I would be a happier man. And here we are. We're midway through November. So make the most of it. Let's up the interaction through the roof on this video. Let's talk about the game. Let's have some fun. And remember, though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family. But at the end of the day, I got to say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop. Peace out. I'll see y'all in the next one.